God, right? So that was a disconnect for me. I think it's super valuable. Like, I think the world needs religion. The world needs people to believe, because it instantly makes you a more moral person. It instantly makes you a more, like, just a higher quality human being, and I think it puts society together. But I also think it can become a weakness, is my opinion. It can become a weakness, and you can see that, historically through all the, abuse of, that power, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's just God. I think everybody has, like, and there's a saying, right? Every great religion there's more than 4,000 religions. You know that? They all have some version of, like, the good ones. There's good religions, which typically have the same qualities they want you to have, right? Forgiveness and loving, and right? And then you have the ones that are exploitative. They're created by humans, or by the devil, you could argue. I think because they're so similar, I think that's what God tries to communicate to people. There's a reason the people, like the Chinese and like the Indians, have the same kind of philosophies.
Yeah.
Right? And this is cool, because even in the foreword of this book, he's talking about it. He talks about how, like, this is a universal message of every great teacher, sage, or saint. The kingdom of heaven is within you. And I think that's it, bro. I think everybody needs a relationship with God, but religion's just a vehicle to do that. The vehicle that makes it much easier.
It's like, it's just love. Like, this love, like, connects everything.
Yeah.
And church is a place where you can find community, and you have a book with, like, rules to follow and a mindset to follow. And at the end, like, people just want to know what to do with their pain.
Right.
And when you can surrender your pain to God in any way, that's your religion.
Right.
Like, if you can do it with Jesus.
Yeah, bro. You know what? You know what's interesting? This book actually talks about it, but this whole idea of, like, you ever heard the saying, your frequency is what you frequently see?
Mm-hmm.
Your brain is really just like a transmitter for, like, messages from God, messages from, like, a higher power. And the higher your frequency, the better the messages, right? I believe every great prophet, pastor, sage, master, all of them, I believe the reason also the message is so similar is because they're just at such a high frequency that that's the message that is given to them. And then they write it in a book to be able to educate the people around them. And then the wisest people always say, like, I know nothing. The smartest people is always, I know nothing, right?
Yeah.
So that's my overall premise on it, bro. I think again, I love religion, and I actually, for Remote Paradise, I'd love to have, like, all kinds of different religions, like, kind of come together. But I think at the highest level, it can't have constraints. I don't know. Just my
But it's more about, like, for example, like prayer.
Yeah.
Like, it can be from a religion, but
Yeah.
that's something that works for everyone.
Right.
Same as meditation comes from, like, Buddhism, like these religions, but it's just like, whatever you want to call it, like doing devotion, praying, meditating, it's basically like making your body feel like the divine being that you are.
Right. Yeah. Literally.
It's connecting you with that source.
Literally, it raises your frequency, bro. Like, okay, cool. Let's say I have all these life experiences, and I read a book, and it teaches people how to overcome pain, overcome addiction, live a higher quality life, right? I'm just passing that knowledge on to be able to help the people who read it, right? I believe that to a degree, like, that's what religion is, right? But it's just people are really tuned in. They're very, like, just high frequency people, and they have all these lessons that they're passing on. And what better way is there to teach the next generation? Because you see how lost they are. You see how lost the next generation is now, and this is the furthest they've ever been from God. Half of them think, half of the guys think they're fucking chicks.
Yeah.
Even here in Colombia, bro. I don't know if you know trannies.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't, you know, judge anybody, right? Like, you can be a tranny, you can be gay, it doesn't matter. But the message behind that, that's what happens when people stray away from God. That's the alternative, right? So,
The devil.
yeah, bro. Like, no, Johnny, you're not a girl. Shut up. You, you need a hug.
But
Like,
you know, those high frequency people, they feel low frequency emotions too,
right,
but they embrace them with love. Like,
right,
they use love to connect all of the emotions. They're still humans. Like,
right,
people, they're not always feeling love and peace. Is
right,
that when pain comes, or despair, or depression, or anger, they actually feel it more than a regular human being, because people who live in those frequencies are trying to get away from them.
right,
People in higher frequencies get inside every single emotion with love.
right.
And love pushes negativity away. So they're protected with that, but they feel it even more.
Isn't it crazy? Because that's like, this is one thing I really like about Christianity. That's basically the story of Jesus, right? This, it's just that book is the definition of like living in love, you know.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. Like, that really is. We just finished the gym. I'm getting my protein in before the chef comes to fill in the rest of the macros. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to start working. We're kind of in a season where it's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Pushing for 40K months, which is going to help build the infrastructure for Remote Paradise. So, I'm going to just talk to leads. I mean, the students are Remote Paradise, make sure they're good. Talk to a ton of leads. What I have structured in terms of my personal KPIs, which are key performance indicators, are on top of hitting on my follow-up, making sure everybody's taken care of, doing 100 outbound dials for new opportunity, taking all the calls I have. I'm on 2 offers right now, so today's the first day on the new offer, so I have 3 calls there. So a little bit of brush up just on the product to make sure that I'm able to convey it pretty good. What else are we doing? I mean, that'll be most of the day. The chef's gonna make some bomb food, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I mean, that's it. 9 p.m. We're gonna be out because we're gonna be up at 5. Hit the gym again.